So Stephanie Jenkins gave us a Sunday reset, as if we want to see more of her cleaning the filthy shelter room. It's about a 4-minute video. She posted it here on TikTok, and she posted it, this 4-minute video, on FB. She posted it in 9 parts. I will never understand why she is doing this. I think she's thinking, because then they're clicking on each video, so that's a view for each video, instead of just clicking once on the whole 4-minute video and watching it. So, I think she's slick there, trying to, beat the system there, get a few extra views. So, in this Sunday reset, she is washing blankets by hand. She goes outside, she's got them in a big tote. She apparently took Drew's clean clothes out of the tote and used this tote to wash these blankets. She's talking about, she usually washes up. I think she said once a month, maybe. And the water is absolutely filthy. And she's dumping this repeatedly, the water, in the same place. She's barefoot, so she's slopping through this mud while she's washing these blankets. She's out there taking advantage of the shelter's hose. Yeah, she just has completely made herself at home in this shelter. And then after she washes these blankets, she's hanging them. First, she's got them all piled up in a kid's trampoline. She puts them in the bucket, washes them, dumps this water, makes a bunch of mud, big mud puddles, in the shelter's property. Then she's hanging the blankets over the fence at the shelter. Now, can you imagine people driving by what they're thinking? They're like, look at this place. For someone that doesn't know, they think it's just a hotel because it says, Value Inn. And they're like, look at this place. These people are doing their laundry, hanging their blankets outside to dry. Does she not realize how tacky that looks? I don't get it. I don't get it. And she even does it with the laundry. Then she decides she's going to shows us going inside cleaning. And of course, she's cleaning behind that nasty couch again. That couch is disgusting. And she pulls it out and she's cleaning the wall. She tries to do that at least once a month because, I noticed a few videos ago, the kids are writing on the walls now. And of course, behind the couch, we have all kinds of garbage again that she has to sweep up. Then she must be on a break. She's sitting there eating some sour gummy worms. And one of the kids apparently asks her for some, and she blatantly comes right out and tells the child, no, you had some earlier. You already had some. Then, I think Manovah comes over. She hands her one. And then she's, Bubba, do you want some? And she goes, oh, my baby over here in his cave. And he's between the big bed, like the queen-size bed, and the wall. Amongst all this junk, he's kind of made him almost like a little cave he's made himself. And he's over there. And he's got a phone or something in his hand, pacifier in his mouth, over 3 years old, pacifier in his mouth, just sitting there alone. It's sad. And she thinks this is cute. Oh, my little boy in his cave. And he smiles when she hands the gummy worm to him. And then she says, you can have the rest of those. And she sets them on the bed. Like she's mother of the year. After all this she's heard about not including Atlas, she decided, oh boy, I better include him, and I better feel mercy for the kid and give him a few pieces of candy since the other kids had some. Ooh, the way she treats that boy just infuriates me. Then, her and Addie go outside to collect the blankets. Now, if you remember, we were talking yesterday about Manovah shut out the door, and she doesn't want Manovah outside without any shoes on. But we have Addie in this disgusting field with Stephanie with no shoes on. And we know the things that are in this field. And Addie's out there helping her bring the blankets in. And then Stephanie puts on the screen, did you shake that? And Stephanie does this most awkward thing. She shakes her legs. She's wearing these baggy shorts, shakes her legs. And the first thing I thought is, it looks like you're trying to air out your coochie. It was disgusting. And she laughs, Addie laughs. They think this stuff is cute. It was hideous looking, let me tell you. Then she gets to addressing the wish list. She shows us all of the things that have come in from the wish list. She says, she went to look at it and it was gone. So she figured it had just been reported and it was completely gone and she was going to have to redo it all. But then the next day, things started showing up. And these shirts look huge, the ones for Bella. They look huge. I mean, they look like an adult size large. And she says, yeah, these shirts, you may be thinking these shirts for Bella look a little large, but that was on my part, a little mix up on the sizes. But that's okay because she did say she wanted some baggy shirts for bed. So you let these people, strangers, buy these brand new shirts for your child. You messed up on the size. And these brand new beautiful shirts that they probably paid minimum $10, $20 a piece for, this child's just going to wear them to bed? Oh, I would be so mad if I had purchased anything. I'd be like, oh, hell no. And she's showing the shoes. They got quite the haul, let me tell you. Those girls got some cute shoes. Glitter tennis shoes, light up tennis shoes. Manovah got a little pair of shoes. It appeared all the kids at least got some clothing. And then she thinks, maybe the wish list just got bought out. Now, when I've had a wish list in the past, when things are bought, it says purchased across the item. When you log in, your list does just not disappear if the list is bought out. I mean, I've never had a list bought out, but the point is it says purchased. It's still there and it shows you what was purchased. So she thinks that everything was bought out, and that's why her list has just disappeared. No, I bet you Amazon took that shit down because you're scamming again, and so many people mass reported it. Now we have Drew made a video finally on the TikTok. It's 6:45 in the morning. He's wearing that stinking hoodie in the summertime. He's filming like this again. You know how he does that angle. Hey, it's 6:45 in the morning. Stupid. And he says, they couldn't do much for the 4th of July because they couldn't afford to do anything. Watching fireworks is free, but they couldn't afford that, Hey, free is too expensive for him, I guess. And he says he's been doing some reflecting. And he wonders, if he was able to work before, would they be in this situation? Is this his fault? What does he mean if he was able to work before? He was able to work before. He just didn't want to because he did not want, quote unquote, a W-2 job. He did not want to be told what to do. He said this in a live when they were still in the one-bedroom apartment. That's why he didn't want to work, because he did not want a W-2 job. He did not want to be told what to do. So what does he mean if he was able to work before? Would they be in this situation now? And is this his fault? Yes, it's partially your fault. It's both of your fault. You and Stephanie's fault. Both of you are to blame on this. Because she went viral, had the money, and still didn't pay the rent. He was refusing to work, and she's refusing to pay the rent. And here we are today, almost 2 years later, in the same stinking shelter, one room. Then he talks about the wish list, and he told Stephanie that it's bought out. It wasn't taken down. It's just bought out. That's why she can't see it. So he doesn't even know how this works. But he's telling her, yeah, it's bought out, and thank you. There's some people that really want to help them. And then he doesn't know what he wants to do for content. Do we want to see family time or gig work? But, he doesn't think we want to see this. But he says, get this. He could do a montage of Manovah because she's always so happy to see him. People in the comments tore him up. They're telling him, what about Atlas? Why is he always forgotten about? Even Drew, the first child out of his mouth, is the chosen Manovah. Nobody cares about Atlas. He wants to do a montage of Manovah. Why don't you show both of your children, Drew? But no, Manovah. Because she's always happy to see him. I think Atlas is happy to see him too when he comes home. But, even Drew favors Manovah. I seen someone say in a comment over on FB that if Stephanie, why doesn't she just adopt Atlas out and let him have a chance at a good life? Because it's clear. Now we see even Drew. Neither one of them cares about this child. I mean, it's Manovah, 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 Manovah. She's the chosen child, and it's sad. Let me know your thoughts.